Hello, lovies! Welcome to Going Live with Shelly Lazaro Express. Again, this is the digital counterpart of my regular TV program on Net 25. So I hope you will make us again your 4 o'clock habit. We are now live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Net 25 TV, and all Eagle Broadcasting Media channels. Please watch out for the airing of my regular TV program coming to you very, very soon. Going live with Shelly Lazaro. It's a lifestyle, entertainment, and advocacy talk show. So it's going to be every Saturday, 10 a.m. on Net 25. There's simultaneous broadcasts in over 150 countries. Meantime, you can catch us, me and Aiden, on Pambansang Almusal. This is the daily morning show of Net 25. So we have stay-at-home tips segment there. So hope to see you there also. I would like to promote also, please watch out for this. Aiden will have his solo talk show launching very soon, and he's also going to launch his own YouTube channel. So that's going to be very fun and interesting. Please don't forget to like and follow our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get updates and notifications about all our projects and upcoming shows. Also, please support the fundraising concert of Eagle Broadcasting in celebration of our 52nd year. We're doing something, Music Beyond the Crisis. Our last installment is going to be this Sunday already. So this will be for the benefit of the FYM Medical Foundation. So don't forget, this Sunday, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Okay, so now this is our season 3 already. This is our 22nd Going Live with Shelly Lazaro Express edition. Uh, yeah, 22nd now. Wow. For season 3, we are doing a mini series on food trends. So first season, we did mga ano naman. So this is more COVID-19 CSR. So season 1, I talked to some of my friends who are company owners and whose companies are doing so many things. They have strong CSR initiatives, relief operations in this time of crisis. And then we had a mini series, Mom and Son Talk Show, me and Aiden. That was the whole of last week. So now it's food trends. So why did we choose naman food for this season? I don't know with you, but me personally, eating makes me talaga happy. It keeps my stress level down, and it also improves my mood. So we want to share that with you because we only want to give you positive vibes. So we invited restaurant owners, some of them are chefs also, and we will be talking to them about the new normal in the culinary world, and we will also ask them to give us easy, affordable and healthy home dining tips and suggestions. So our restaurant owners will provide us also with some industry insights. We want to know how the food industry can actually help lead the way in the economic recovery. And also, we will ask them about their own personal reflections on this pandemic and ECQ. For our guests who are chefs, so we will be having also live demo cooking experiences for you guys. So that will be fun also. Today we will have no live cooking demo, but it's going to be a very interesting discussion with my good friend, the owner of RICO's LECHON, among many other restaurants. Let's all welcome viewers, Mr. George Nokumpua, President of Meat Concept Corporation.
Hi, Shelly.
Hello, George. Hi, say
Thanks
hi to our
for
viewers.
Hi, viewers. Thank you for
Si
inviting
George
me.
owns, of course, you're the season opener for the food trends. Si George owns a lot of good restaurants. So one of them nga is the iconic Rico's lechon. You know, George, I'm not a lechon person, but I only eat Rico's. When it's Rico's lechon, I eat it. But other
You
brands, I
have
don't na. I don't know why. It's very tasty.
you have
Oh,
good
George,
taste.
before we start this very interesting discussion, let me say hi. I don't know if they're watching, Kuya Jay Lazaro and Marie Jo. Barls,
Yeah, I think
hello.
that
Thank you for they're watching. Hello,
yeah.
guys. Thank you for always taking care of me when I'm in your restaurants. George, they always feed me and my friends good food
No.
at your
Yeah.
expense. Okay, George, tell us naman, the viewers want to know what you have been doing this ECQ. Your ano muna, personal routine.
It's just bahay, home and office. Because I'm just adhering to what the government is telling us to stay home. But then there's work because my other business is distribution, wherein we supply to the supermarkets. And then I came out with the idea of coming up with a Rico's Frozen. So it's just free home office.
Okay, so you're still working. Wala the whole ECQ. Hindi
Yes.
holiday for you. George, can you give us very quickly lang your personal reflections on this pandemic?
Well, it's really this pandemic is really something else. Nobody has a sight that this will happen, and when this hit us, it really hit us big time. So
Mm-hmm.
especially with the hospitality business, airlines, hotels, restaurants. Oh, we are crushed, actually. We're asked to close our operation. It's zero income. And then we have obligations to
Mm-hmm.
pay to our suppliers, to our landlords. We are really suffering.
But I don't see it in your face. Parang you don't look stressed or worried at all.
I always say
Uh,
this.
uh,
I always say that when there's a problem, there's always a solution. Then you just have to find a solution for the problem.
okay. Ito, George. I want to make the viewers happy. Let's talk about happy stuff first.
Okay.
Let's talk about your theater days. Di ba you used to be a theater actor. So tell us about it naman. I know you shared stage with mga theater gods, sila Audie Hemora and Menchu Lauchenko? Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
those
share
were
a
the.
little bit about that life of yours?
I have been I have my blood has some artistic blood in me, so I really enjoy doing the theater that I used to be with Repertory Philippines. So I had about 12 musical plays in my belt. So I was with Miss Lea Solonga in Annie. I was with Monique Wilson as well. I was with the. Uh, it was a time when I joined Repertory Philippines. It was the golden days of the Repertory Philippines then. So I was with them for 4 years, and I did 12 musicals.
Wow! May sample ba? Puwedeng pa-sample, hindi joke lang.
Wala
Or
na. Kalawang na.
George, we're very curious about your transition from being an actor to the most savvy businessman that I know. The
Well,
most
actually,
savvy and wealthiest businessman. Hello,
oh,
BIR.
BIR pa.
Hello.
Wala na makukuha sa BIR sa akin.
Wala na. Okay, tell us
Well,
about that. Yeah.
actually, for me, when you talk about being in the theater and being in the restaurant, it's just about the same thing. I always say this
Mm-hmm.
to my friends. I said to them, in the theater, you have director, you have producer, you have actor, you have uh, you have the production crew. In the restaurant, it's also the same thing. So when you start with coming up with a concept, you are also a producer, and
Mm-hmm.
then you have somebody to run it for you. Then you have a manager that can be your director, and then you have your waiters. They are your which call actors, and then you have the
Okay.
production crew, which is your kitchen crew. So I feel that it's just about the same thing. It's a matter of whether how you looked at it.
Okay. Did they overlap ba your business and your being a theater actor, or you retired muna from theater before you started the business?
Actually, I was working in a Japanese company,
Mm,
and then when I was with Repertory, I was working in the Japanese company. I was in the theater, and I was doing my sideline in buying and selling. So I was in three different jobs that all at the
okay.
same time. Yeah.
All right. Very interesting, but I really want to hear pa rin a sample. Off air na lang ha. So George, eto, all our guests, they do this talaga. Icebreaker lang. Before we discuss the more serious stuff naman, business. Let's do little game lang. Fun game lang to. It's a non-physical game. This is just an icebreaker. We call it this or that. Are you
Okay.
ready? So I have 10 questions for you. Each
Okay.
question, I'm going to give you two choices lang. You just have to tell me your choice without any explanation. So this is just for fun. You have no chance to defend your answer, okay? Number one. So it's like fast talk lang. Number one, acting or earning?
Earning
Okay. Business or leisure?
business,
Korean or Japanese?
Japanese,
Chef or manager? Naku, tricky question. Hello?
chef,
Okay. Skincare or fashion?
fashion,
Okay. Chopsticks or spoon and fork?
chopsticks,
Dine in or take out?
dining,
Pick up or delivery?
delivery,
Casual or fine?
casual,
Oh, last question na. Hot or frozen?
hot.
Okay. Oh, now, George, let's discuss naman your, business. Mga facts about your business. The viewers want to know how big is Meat Corporation, Meat Concepts Corporation. Like, I know you mentioned you also have distribution business, right? So how big is your distribution network and how many restaurants you have?
Actually, the distribution that I have is 36 years already. I started the business about 36 years. So when I was working in the Japanese company, I set up my company as well. So being a true thespians of business, wherein the blood of buying and selling is within you. So you started. I started pretty late already at the age of 29. So when that was established, the urge of wanting to go into food has always been there. Because when I was still in high school, I was always tasked to do cooking, and during our trade fairs, I'm always asked uh, to be in charge of the to how to raise funds through our to our booth selling of our cooked food. So I always every year that I always cook the same thing, spaghetti and barbecue, and always we always run out before before the time before the what you call this uh, the it closes. So
Okay.
when it closes at 6, by 3 o'clock, we have already finished all our oral
Wow, sold
stuffs.
out
So,
already. Okay. So
so
George, your
since then,
distribution, yeah,
yeah, okay.
go
So
ahead.
since then, I've been wanting to be in the restaurant business.
Okay. But your distribution business, how many doors do you have? How many distribution doors? Like thousands yan. You're supplying to
Yeah,
thousands of
all the SM, all the Pure Golds, all the SNR, Landers, everybody, they're all my friends because I've been in
Okay.
the business for the longest time. So we are in all of these stores.
So George, these are all meat products, no? You're
Yes,
distributing all meat products.
food, food
Okay.
products.
George, your ano naman, your restaurant business. You own a lot of brands na. How many brands do you have now?
Uh, Eight. Yeah.
Okay. Of the eight, ayan, can we ano that you have Ricos, Ogawa, be the one to tell them na of these
We
ano,
have
eight
Ricos,
restaurants.
Ogawa, Thai barbecue, K-pop, Opa chicken, Sam's Stew, Georgetown Super Steak, Modern China, and
George, how many
yeah,
how many international brands? Because I know you also have your own concepts, 'di ba?
we used to have Tony Roma's. Tony Roma's being my first restaurant.
Okay.
It's a franchise. And then
All
Thai
right.
barbecue. And then we
Okay.
had Macau restaurant was a franchise also from Macau and Hong Kong, but we have to
Mhm.
close it down after 5 years. Yeah,
Okay.
and
How
since
many
that yeah since that time on, I have come out with my own concepts already.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So right now, George, how many restaurant doors do you have in total? 30?
22, 22,
22. Okay. How many employees do you have? Total number of
700.
employees? 700. Okay. So we want to know your operations during ECQ. When ECQ started, like, yun nga, sa distribution, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ba your admin and how many restaurants are open doing deliveries?
When the ECQ started, my distribution business continued because we are catering to the supermarket. So uh, we're one of the industry that were not locked down. So
Mm-hmm.
that's very fortunate for us for our business to continue, unlike the other industry that they have to stop totally. But then, because most of the employees will not be able to come to work because there's no transportation, and they even if we wanted to pick them up, they are not allowed to come
Mm,
out of their boundaries or
right.
if so we have about less than 50% employees that continue to work for the distribution business. And during
Okay.
that time, when 100% of my restaurant were shut down, uh, I have to be paying them their monthly
Full
salary
salary. Wow.
for April, prorated 13 months, and then and also converting their vacation leave to cash. So it was
Okay.
really difficult, and it was really making so much dent into your savings already, and to the fact that wala nang naiiwan. But then
Right. Right.
you empathize with your people because they're your family. They're your heart and soul of the business. So you have to take care of them because if you don't take care of them, then who would take care of you? It's just a vice versa thing,
Exactly. Yeah.
right?
And charity
So
begins at home, diba?
yes, I always believe in that, and usually don't believe in just handouts because I want them to work, really work for it, because you teach them how to work, how to make
Right.
money, yes, not just to depend solely on freebies.
Right. But now some of your restaurants are open na, no? If not all. But it was only very recent that you started reopening and accommodating deliveries, right?
Yes, we started with Rico's Lechon, two stores, one in BGC and one in Tenecitas,
Mm-hmm.
doing takeout and deliveries. We started with just these two, and from a very strong manpower of 100 each store, we're
Mm-hmm.
down to only about five or six per store,
All
just
right.
to
Okay.
keep the brand afloat.
Right. George, let's continue the business discussion a little later. Let's talk about your passion for food. I know,
Um,
yung greatest influence mo here, your grandmother and your mom.
right. Both my grandma, the mom of my mom, and my mom are the greatest cook on earth, I would say.
Okay.
I I got
Okay.
my being savvy for being a food lover or a foodie because of them. Um, they taught me what's a other better half of life, which is food. They taught me the different flavors, and then because I'm being the youngest in the family, I'm always with my mom, so I'm always in
Mm-hmm.
the kitchen. So I would see her cooking, and then learning from her without her teaching me, because when you are able to see her in action, you will be able to pick up something. So that's
Okay.
where I learned my food being foodie from my mom.
All right. And I know lechon is your mom's favorite dish. Is this correct? Parang I read it somewhere.
Yes, it is hers and mine favorite.
Okay. Yeah, because when you were growing up,
When
you used to live in Baclaran, right? And across your place, plenty of lechon restaurants.
Yes, every time I open my window, I really have to go down myself to buy 1/4 kilo of lechon for myself. Maybe 2 or 3 times a week, I would be eating lechon,
Wow. Oo nga. Parang in one of your interviews nga, you said that lechon is your collagen fix. Your regular collagen fix.
which is
And
true
we
up to
believe,
this.
and to our viewers, because if you haven't met George yet in person, he has very good skin, super, super good skin. So, eat lechon na. You don't need the
Eat
expensive
lechon.
skincare creams. Lechon na lang. Oo. The
You don't
only
need any,
protein that will make your skin look good.
you don't need anything to put on your skin. Just eat lechon.
Lechon na lang. Oo. George, okay. Now we talk about the iconic Rico's lechon. You acquired this from Rico Dionson? Enrico Dionson,
Yeah.
right? Can you share with us very quickly, yeah, the history of this, the story of your
Uh,
acquisition?
Actually, when we bought Rico's Lechon, it was February of 2018. But 5 years back from 2018, I've been going back and forth to Cebu. I've been wanting to just franchise from Rico's to bring it to Manila, but he always say no until such time that he called me sometime December of 2017, and if I wanted to buy the whole thing because he's
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to have somebody to continue his legacy. So we met in January, and then we forged a deal in February, and the rest was history. And then we opened our first store. We took over Mactan sometime in May of 2018, and then we opened our first store in August of 2000. 18 of 2018 in
Okay.
Beach.
All right.
Right.
George, I know you're into feng shui or feng shui or feng shui in Tagalog. Can you share with us, because I read also that when you were doing your negotiations with Ricos, before you signed the contract, you had to bring your feng shui master or consultant.
Actually, when he called me up last December of 2017, and I said that I am leaving for Japan, so I would not be able uh, to to discuss further with him. I said, when I come back from Japan, I'll talk to you. And he said, no, let's talk next year because we're also busy because it was December period we're in. That's the business month for any lechon producer or lechon company. So
Mm-hmm.
came January, my feng shui master from Taipei called me up because he said he's coming over to the Philippines, and then he wanted to read me for the rest of the year. So I asked him. I said, if you would be able to read also the potential business partner that I would have. He said, okay. So I called Rico. I said, can you come to Manila? I'll introduce you to my feng shui master from Taipei, whether we are compatible to do business or not. And so he flew, and
Okay.
then my feng shui master read him, and he said to me that, yeah, he's a good man. You can do business with him. So that's the reason
So
why I continue to talk to him.
do you always do this? Do you always consult your feng shui master for your business decisions and dealings?
Not really. It was just timing that he called and timing that there was a pending business venture that I wanted to go in. So it was just timing. But then I don't really depend 100% of everything that I do with feng shui. It's
Okay.
basically based on your gut feel, which is the most
Mm-hmm.
important thing.
Okay. George, can you tell us about the challenges you encounter? Because I know in Cebu, 'di ba, their roasting pits are outside, but you had to do it indoor here in
Yes.
Manila. You
Yeah.
encountered some challenges, 'di ba? But I know you have not all lechon restaurants ba have their own roasting pits, like
Uh,
big
yeah,
ones.
we have roasting pits. Actually, we built our first one in BGC, which is at the back
Okay.
of our restaurant. And then the second one was in Tienecida, which is also at the back of our restaurant. And then we
All
also
right.
built a third one, which is our commissary, the biggest one, wherein we would be able to service the whole lechon requirements of whoever wanted the whole lechon. And we
Okay.
also built fourth one in a commissary in Mandaue in Cebu.
Oh, yan there, oh. This one, this roasting,
This is
this is in
this is
Manila, right?
in Manila in San Juan. Yeah.
Okay. So, how many lechons can you cook at a time?
Sizable actually. It
Okay.
depends on the order. So we are fortunate that a lot of people like the Ricos lechon, the Cebu lechon, which is different from the Manila lechon because Cebu lechon, you don't really need sarsa to make it flavorful because the lechon itself is already flavorful. Whereas
Okay.
Manila lechon is more bland. That's the reason why that you need sarsa.
All right. Okay. Kasi naiiba, no? Iba ba yung, nag-iiba ba yung flavor or ano ba, texture or something if it's outdoor or indoor?
No, pareho lang. As long because we built
Okay.
in a sauce system and a fresh air
All right.
system, so it's
Okay. All right.
we replicate the air and the exhaust for
Okay.
lechon, whether it's outdoor or indoor.
And you still, ano ba, you only use native pigs up to now? Just native
Yes,
pigs.
right.
Okay. Why
It makes a
native
big
pigs?
difference. It makes a big difference. Native pigs has a thicker skin, so when
Okay.
you use native pigs, the skin stays crispier for a longer time than the commercial pig, and the commercial pig
Okay.
are usually very big, wherein the fats are very thick. So
Okay.
our pigs, we are only using maximum of about 50 kilos live weight,
All right.
whereas in
All right.
commercial pig, you have to be using a 90 kilos, wherein the fats would be about this thick already. So it makes a big
Okay.
difference.
And okay, so since they have thick skin, no, mas so it's crunchier, no,
Yeah,
after
it's quite
roasting.
very
And the meat, it's more, it's tender. The meat is tender.
Yes, because comparing to that of the commercial pig, because you have so much fats, so you have all the fats dripping, and then mm, it's
Yeah.
different.
Okay.
That's not
All
collagen
right.
anymore.
Oo nga. So wala kaya pala kaya ako talaga Ricos lang. Aside from it being the tastiest lechon for me, it's the healthiest also. And it will
Thank you.
make your skin look good pa. George, how many I don't know if you will give us figures, but how many pre-ECQ, pre-COVID-19, average lechons that you've been roasting, you've been selling, yung consumption mo prior to COVID-19?
Sobrang
Compared to
laki.
now that you reopened.
I don't have the figure itself, pero sobrang
Yeah.
laki ang drop.
So,
We're
all
in
right.
sobrang ano. It's almost down to zero na ano. And then when we have reopened, it's almost not even enough to pay for the rent, not even enough to pay for your utilities, not even enough to
Mm-hmm.
pay for your people. It's really bad. But then we
Uh-huh.
found a
Right.
new way of life, which is we started
The
to produce the
frozen.
lechon that we are now supplying to the supermarkets.
Oh, speaking of frozen, I have some here. I have all your variants here. Let's show them. Of so these are the ones they're selling. You're selling this to stores and also sa mga supermarkets, right?
Yes,
So they have
we
frozen lechon. Is it only the regular or you're selling the spicy variant also?
we are just selling the regular for the time being, but then we will be launching
Okay.
the tea soon.
All right. So, George, the regular lechon, they can buy either 1/4 serving or one half, right? It
Right,
comes in
right.
two packs. Okay. So
Yes,
it's in a microwavable container and it's vacuum packed, no?
right.
Okay. So aside from lechon, they also have, this is so yummy, lechon paksiw. Nakikita ba sa camera? Ayan, lechon paksiw. So lahat ba, George, ng variants, it comes in two serving sizes?
Yeah,
Or
we
it's
have
just,
this in
okay.
500 grams. That's good
Okay.
for 3 to 4 people.
All
It's for
right.
the family.
And then,
It's for us, for you
you
to
have,
share.
this is one of my favorites. Ito, dinuguan special.
That's our
There.
top
You should try
actually.
this talaga. Oo, dinuguan special. You should buy now. It's always sold out. Ito, lechon sisig. They have lechon sisig also. There.
Yeah,
And your latest, I also have your latest frozen meal product. The binagoongan. Ito, I haven't tried it. But I've been wanting, I wanted to eat this last night na, but sabi ko, I'll wait muna after the broadcast so I can show it to them, pa to the viewers, na it's still sealed. So there.
yeah,
So George, these are all ready to eat, right? Pwede ba to
right.
ma-microwave lang? Oh, although it comes
Mic
naman with detailed instructions, yeah.
microwave
Microwave
lang po po.
lang.
Microwave or
Okay.
oven toaster. Yeah.
So George, can you enumerate yung mga supermarkets where they can buy this frozen meals?
We have in SM Supermarket, Hypermarket,
Okay.
and Save More. And we are also in all of SNR, Metro Manila stores, including that of Nuvali, Pampanga, and Imos. We are in
Okay.
Lander, we are in Metro Gaisano, we are in All Day Supermarket, we are in Rustan Shopwise, and we are in Shell Select, and we are also going to be in Landmark and Pure Gold Supermarket.
Oh, 'di ba? Pero it's always, guys, it's always sold out. So you go out na, buy your frozen Rico's frozen meals now. But you no, you replenish ba almost daily?
Yes, not almost daily, but then as soon as we receive their purchase order, which is very quite often, we deliver
Okay.
within 3 days.
George, walang difference, no, when they microwave it na, when they, yung mga naka-try na nung products na to, nung dishes na to in the restaurant, walang difference in terms of
Uh, in,
taste.
in In fact, yung lechon natin na frozen, it's much better than, I'm not saying what, it's much better than the one in the store because in the store, we mix the parts from the dark meat and the white meat. Here, frozen,
Okay.
because we roast the lechon and then we only use the dark meat for the frozen lechon and the white meat we use it for paksiw and sisig. So you have the premium cut in our frozen lechon. What I do is I don't oven bake the frozen. What I do is I just microwave the meat for 2 to 3 minutes, separate the skin from the meat, and then as soon as that you microwave the meat for 2 to 3 minutes, you put in the skin for another 20 seconds, just 20 seconds, and then voila, you have the best lechon.
Okay. So it's ano ha, ayan viewers, ano lang, para we clarify lang because 'di ba sanay sila frozen, 'di ba? Baka akala nila leftovers. So lahat to fresh, 'di ba? You make it
Itong
really
fresh.
for ano, for oo, okay. So there, oh, ito ba yung ano process, yung preparation for the lechon
Yes,
ano frozen meals?
right,
Okay.
right.
So they're making
And
it talaga from ano, oo, this is not the tira-tirang lechon.
hindi. We
Oo.
how we started the this lechon when we all our store were closed down. So we don't have any operation in the restaurant. So we don't have any leftover. So these are really
Okay, yeah,
roasted for the roast frozen pack.
right. I have to read some of the comments lang since we're talking about lechon. The rest of the comments
Yeah.
I will read later. Si Eagle Eye, one of our solid viewers, a good friend of mine, a family friend, Season family. Hello, Gem Season. He said, it's like M&M's daw, melt in your mouth. Oh, he's
Yes,
gonna
because
buy
we
all
use
your
the
frozen meals na daw.
thank you.
Um, there. O meron kasi, si Marge, Chua. Hi, George, from your Happy Together family. I'm looking for lechon. Oh, I will read the non-lechon comments later. Let's talk about lechon first. Okay, George, this frozen meals. Well, do you see this as your ano na, as a regular offering already? Even when
Uh,
COVID-19 is gone na.
with the acceptance of a frozen meal, frozen pack, because of this COVID, and then when people get the hang of it, that the quality of frozen is not from tira-tira, they will continue to buy our frozen pack.
Okay. But George, right now, I'm curious lang no, yung contribution margin because you reopened na several weeks ago, 'di ba, for delivery. So they can also order naman from the menu also, no, for pick up and deliveries. But right now, the contribution margin of ano frozen meals, malaki yung ano siya. Like anong percentage
It
from the
was
ano
helping.
when
It was helping
okay,
to
all right.
uh, helping us to be able to pay for our obligations to our suppliers.
All right.
Otherwise,
Okay.
otherwise, saan mo kukunin yung pambayad?
Alright, okay. George, ito syempre ang common concern sa mga because there's 'di ba we are programmed to think or we always see advertisements about mga fresh foods, 'di ba? Yung mga fresh everything, 'di ba? So parang we're under the impression that if it's frozen, it's not healthy or it's not nutritious. But I've been reading some articles and may studies saying that yung mga frozen meals daw, for as long as the preparation talaga is handled in-house by food experts also and your in-house chefs, it's as nutritious and healthy as the fresh food.
In our case, we don't put any preservatives. So
Okay.
our shelf life is only about 2.5 months to 3 months. So
Okay.
because that's how we value the freshness of our products, we don't put any preservatives at all in any of our frozen pack.
All right. Okay. So it's healthy. Oo. So they don't have to worry.
No worries.
George, can you give, of course, aside from convenience, what are the other ano ba, advantages or benefits of buying frozen meals?
Uh, if you buy Rico's lechon, even if you wake up in the middle of the night craving for lechon, if you dreamt of eating lechon and you wake up wanting to eat lechon, you just open your freezer and there you go. You have your lechon fixed immediately.
Oo. Whenever you like it. Oo
Whenever
nga.
you like it. It's the most convenient way of having lechon.
Saka ano pa ba? It's cost effective.
Yeah, you can share
Oo.
it among the family.
Okay. Um, George, you've turned, I don't know if you're in the process pa lang or it's done already, yung turning Rico's BGC and Tiendesitas into a food hub na for all your restaurants.
Yes, because of being able to not being able to open in so many malls, we first opened BGC and Telecitas. And since these two outlets are big enough to accommodate all my other brands, I instructed all my chefs to consolidate their forces into BGC and Telecitas. So BGC is now offering Thai barbecue, offering K-pop, offering Oppa chicken, offering modern China, offering Georgetown Super Steak, all in Rico's Lechon BGC.
Um, okay. Hello, George?
Yeah, nawala.
Okay. All right. Parang nawala. Okay.
Wait, wait,
I don't know if it's me. Is it me ba? Let me ask my production team. Okay. It's the Wi-Fi of George yata. Let's wait for ano. George gonna fix his ano lang, internet connection. While waiting for ano, for George, ayan, please ano ha, it's not just the frozen meals of ano ha, Rico's Lechon. Please ano try also yung mga restaurants that sinabi ni George kanina, the Georgetown Super Steak, Ogawa, Thai Barbecue, plenty eh. They have K-pop, Oppa Chicken, ayan, Modern China. They serve talaga good food talaga, promise. Is George ano back na? Okay, so si George has to log out lang and is gonna sign in again. So we're waiting for him.
yeah,
Oh, there. He's back.
okay,
Okay,
sorry.
you're back. All right. Sige. You're saying,
No, we also have the other brands now in Tenesitas, wherein we put everything one stop shop. It's like a one stop
okay.
shop wherein you can go to Rico's Lechon and order your Thai fix, your Chinese fix, your Western fix, your Korean fix, and you have if you wanted for delivery, we can also do that for you with just one
Okay.
delivery costs for all this different cuisine that you crave for. So you don't
All
have
right.
to be ordering from several restaurants wherein you will be paying for different delivery. So you can now order from Rico's Lechon and we can offer you Thai barbecue. We can offer you modern China. We can offer you K-pop. We can offer you Oppa chicken. We can offer you Georgetown Super Steak uh, for just one delivery costs.
George, you have a hotline number ba for Rico's? Yung para if they want this, even for the other ano, restaurants also.
Uh,
Or
Yeah,
maybe they can
we
just, we'll post it
oo,
la lang later sa comment section,
okay,
no? We'll get
alright,
the number. My production team will get the number and then they will post it.
okay,
For sure, they want to
mhm,
call na. So it's ano na, you're offering that na. Call lang one
yes,
branch, that the one in BGC,
and you
and
have
they can
all the
have
brands,
any. Okay. So
any
right
brand.
now, it's in BGC pa lang. Rico's in Tiendesitas, you haven't converted yet.
Rico's Intendencitas has only K-pop, Opa Chicken, Thai barbecue, and Rico's.
Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ay, sabi ni ni Eagle Eye, he's having lechon daydreams now. O Jem, you go na. You're very near Tiendesitas. Go na to Tiendesitas. You order na. Okay, George, the common denominator of all your food businesses, you have plenty of restaurants, plenty of brand, barbecue and grilled meat. Why is that?
I love barbecue. Remember, I said when I was still in my high school days, I was cooking barbecue and spaghetti, and that was my expertise.
Okay. So you should be the
So
barbecue king.
I love barbecue. I love
Okay.
anything grilled. Yes,
Oo. And see, I know you, George. Parang ikaw talaga you know your food. 'Di ba? Kaya I haven't tried anything from any of your restaurants na hindi ako na-satisfy. Parang the way I see you, parang you're more of a foodie than a business when it comes to restaurants, 'di ba? Parang you only venture, you only get the franchise of a restaurant or you put up something kasi you want it talaga. Either you tried it na or you have something in mind talaga, 'di ba? Parang it's more that it really comes from your passion.
right. Because for me, why would you do something that you don't like? You have to like first what you like. To do like first what you do, and then for you to be able to convince people to like what you like.
Okay, all right. So you don't offer anything in your restaurant. Wala sa menu na hindi sa'yo pasado personally.
Correct.
Each dish
Each
talaga.
of the
Oo.
item has to pass through me.
Ayun pala. Kaya viewers, we are talking to one of the wealthiest restaurateurs. Oh, hello again, DIR. And he has very discerning taste when it comes to food. Kaya, di ba, go to if you want, di ba, to experience the lifestyle of the rich and famous when it comes to, to food, ayan na, this is your chance na go to all Georgetown, yung All Meat Concepts Corporation restaurants.
Thank you.
For
Thank
a
you.
taste of the good life. O George, let's talk briefly about Georgetown Super Steak. Kasi 'di
Okay.
ba pag sinabi mo meat, it's really steaks. Um I tried it already. You hosted. Again, thank you, Kuya Jay and Marie Jo. You weren't there. You hosted steak dinner for me and my friends in Rufa, Gutierrez, Alice Dixon, and Donita Rose. We all love your steaks talaga. And it's
Yeah.
for the quality and taste, okay yung price, oo. So, I will not mention yung mga mga competitors, mga competing restaurants, but yung mga super, super, yung mga 15,000 na steak, you can get it sa Georgetown Super Steak at a
Kalahati.
fraction of the cost. Pero
Yeah.
mas yummy pa, right? Oo. George, the reason also why I brought up Georgetown Super Steak, because I want you to tell the viewers about the Mibrasa oven. Kasi this is,
Yeah.
'di ba, one of a kind and you're the first talaga to have this, to offer it here. Okay.
Actually, I was able to find this Mibrasa oven, charcoal oven, when I went to Singapore, and my granddaughter wanted to eat steak. So we were in the airport. They were sending me off, and then we opted to go to a steak place. And then when the steak came out, I saw her eating her steak. Wow, it's really soft and succulent. And then I ordered mine pork chop, which is one of the most difficult thing to cook because it's often cooked very dry. So I had my pork chop, and then when I cut on my pork chop, it was also very tasty and juicy. So I immediately went up to the kitchen. Fortunately, it was a open kitchen, so I was able to see what oven that they were using or what grill that they were using. So I took a picture. I could not see the Mimbrasa brand, but then when I zoomed it, I saw the Mimbrasa brand. And I immediately, when I came back to Manila, I immediately wrote them that I'm interested with the oven. And luckily that I was flying to Barcelona uh, in that year, last year in May. So I wrote them that I'm going there in May, and then we met up, and then we concluded the deal, and we became their distributor as well
Okay.
for
O,
Mi
'di ba?
Brasa.
Nagkaroon ng ibang business pa. Oo. Pero George, wala pang restaurants that time here in the Philippines using that Mebrasa. You're the first talaga. You're the
Yes.
one that discovered this
Well,
this oven.
the difference with Mi Brasa and the open grill is Mi Brasa is an oven using charcoal in an oven. So
Okay.
when you close the door of the oven, the heat of the charcoal is about 2000 degree, and then your meat is roasted or grilled into a very very high temperature in a very quick time, and it seals off the juice, it seals off the meat with all the juice intact in the meat. So even if you cook your steak, and then you, after cooking the steak, you usually have your steak rested for a few minutes before you serve it to your customer. Here with Mi Brasa, if you cut your steak, no, you would not see, or when you have your steak rested, you would see all the blood coming out. With Mi Brasa, you
Okay.
don't see any
No
blood would come
blood.
out because everything is still inside the steak. That makes it so
Wow.
different.
And
Yes,
ano ha, si Mebrasa, viewers, you can look this up. Ano siya, it's known as the Rolls-Royce talaga of grills, no? This
yes,
Mebrasa oven.
because it's the
George,
most
since you're,
expensive.
so, can you share, can you tell ba? Can you tell us ba how much?
Well, it's expensive. That's why
Super
nobody's using it.
expensive. No, so you
That's why
haven't sold pa to any restaurant. Yung
that's why
distribution
nobody's
side of the
using the
business.
Vibrata.
Nobody's. But have you started offering it already? Meron na bang restaurant now na non-Georgetown restaurant using Librasa here who bought from
None, because
you?
there were some uh people or chef that wanted. But syempre, I just want to keep it to myself.
Correct. Oo. 'Di ba? You got the distribution, pero distribution to your ano lang own network, to your own
Right, right,
restaurants, 'di ba?
correct.
So
Oo,
you will not sell to compete to any restaurant. Okay, so
not yet.
exclusive to Georgetown. Okay. Pero George, kunyari may gustong bumili sa bahay, pwede ba to for home use?
They have the
Those who can
smaller version,
afford
which
the
I think
Rolls
pwede.
Royce. Okay. All right. So,
Pwedeng
you're gonna
pag-usapan.
bring that in also. Pwedeng pag-usapan yan. Okay.
Oo.
All right. So, George, okay. Ito, I want to congratulate you for winning the Entrepreneur of the Year award. Yung ito, International Business Award in Vienna,
Yes,
Austria, di ba? You received your award in Vienna. Was this last year or 2 years ago?
last
Last
year.
year lang, no?
Last year, yeah.
Okay. So the Entrepreneur of the Year award, this is given by the Stevie Awards organizer, 'di ba? Again, you can look
Correct.
this up, viewers, yung Stevie Awards, very, very, very prestigious awards. Hindi to from hindi to by Stevie Wonder. Ibang Stevie Awards, no? This is no, it's yung Stevie talaga very prestigious. This was founded by Gallagher something, no? Parang this ang maganda yung history nitong award kasi 'di ba ang dami ng award giving body, some naman are not legit, 'di ba? But this one talaga parang nabasa ko na it was conceived by the founder nga, si Michael Gallagher, to restore public confidence and investor trust. Kasi di ba, remember viewers, before there was yung Enron scandal, the fall of the Wall Street, di ba, world. So kaya, si, the founder nga, di ba, he started organizing, putting up this award-giving, committees. Ayun. So they only award talaga. They really talaga screen well, 'di ba? And even your yata the deepest chain, yung deepest level of your supply chain, they check talaga to make sure na you're not mga
Yeah.
anong tawag dito, yung mga lang. They really distinguish the good guys from the mga scoundrels, 'di ba? So congratulations. But aside
Thank you.
from that, I know your company bagged several other awards, correct? Ikaw na nga
Yeah.
magsabi sa kanila. What are the other awards you got?
We have the CEO awards as well. Uh, and then we have the um, in Cebu, we're chosen to be the best lechon
Mm-hmm.
in Cebu by Sunstar. We have been
Okay.
their winners for best lechon. It's viewers' choice. It's actually by the
Okay.
consumer awards.
Okay. And you also got yung Company of the Year award
Yes, from Stevie.
from Stevie, no? And Campaign of the
Yeah.
Year, you got
Yes.
also.
Yes.
Yun.
Because
Tsaka
we
yun nga,
started
you said,
we were the one who started with the Daghang Salamat because I want to give back to the Cebuano when we started Rico's Lechon here in Manila. I want to give the honor to the Cebuano. So we had this
okay.
Daghang Salamat promotion wherein you register online with us and then we will invite you to join our opening a free lechon buffet. So we had that
Wow.
about 200 people showed up per hour for 8 hours. So
Wow.
these are for free for Manila to taste the best Cebu lechon in soon
Oo.
to open in BGC that time.
So dapat right after this ano no when we're all settled na pag may vaccine and everything pwede nang dining do this again George here. Pipila
Daghang
ako there
salamat
in
buhay.
your but George, aside from this
Yeah.
TV Awards recognition, you were also recognized at the 10th Asia CEO Circle of Excellence. This was
Yes,
also last year. Talagang
last year.
award-winning si George no Kumpua at ang Meat Concepts Corporation. Oo. So again, all your awards are testament talaga to your dedication and drive in helping the economy of the Philippines, 'di ba? Hindi
Yeah.
and also bringing in yummy yummy food. Ayan, may nagsabi, congratulations, Nobel Peace Prize for Yumminess, Eagle Eye ulit. Di ba po,
Thank
Eagle Eye,
you.
baka malapit ka ng padalahan ni George ng ano, free lechon. George,
Malapit na.
we malapit na, 'di ba? Konti pa. O ayan, Jay Aranas, Rico's Lechon, the best. Oh, it's really the best talaga. You have to ano talaga ha. You have to trust me on this kasi ako hindi talaga ako mahilig sa lechon. I don't eat lechon, but Rico's lechon talaga. I can finish half a kilo in one sitting kasi I don't eat rice, 'di ba? So I can finish half a kilo of ano, Rico's lechon. No need for ano, for sauce.
So,
But
vinegar.
it's good. 'Di ba? It's good then, 'di ba? You have your own vinegar, ganyan. I
We
like it
also have our
also.
own vinegar,
With
which is sukalami.
oh, you sell that also, no?
Yeah, we also sell our sukalami, and then we are trying to make this commercial so that we will also be selling into the supermarket soon.
Okay. George,
Uh,
let's talk kanina we mentioned you ano na, we tackled you shared with us the effects of this crisis to your business, 'di ba? Do you have can you share with us naman now your post ECQ plans, business recovery wise?
uh, it's going to be very difficult for any restaurant to resurrect again, most
Okay.
especially when you have the high rent from the malls, and they would be if they would be charging you, uh, as I was going to meet with them this week to plead with them not to charge us with high kusa, which is the common area, to plead with them not to charge us with the air conditioning, wherein there's no dine in. Why would you be charging us with air conditioning when there's no dine in? So they have to understand that we are all in this together. If we fail, the mall fails. If we
Exactly.
fail, then more people would be going under employment. There won't be any employment induced when we fail. So our success is the success of everybody. It's not just our success, but then the success of the whole economy, the success of the mall,
Exactly.
the success of the employees. We have to be working together. You cannot just keep on looking at your bottom line, because these malls have always the backing of their own banks. But in our case, we have the bank running after us. So it's a two different thing. So I would like to plead to the mall owners, please, let's work together. We are partners. We will be your partners for life. If don't desert us during this time when we need you most. Your
Exactly.
yes. So this is my plea to them, and hoping that they are listening, or they will be able to hear from this show that I what I'm pleading is what what all the restaurateur is pleading.
Oo, saka hindi lang here, we're simultaneous broadcast in 150 countries. Oh, wala
Oh,
meron ka na
okay,
ba overseas? Wala pa.
wala
Overseas
pa, wala
soon,
pa.
no? You have international expansion plans, right? Baka lang
Yes, pa pwede
ma-change
nang
because of this
i-franchise for
Oo.
international. Calling.
Pero George, I know it's too early to talk about this, but I want to lang, yung when do you see it happening again, dine in?
Maybe in about 2 years, or even so, when
So
there
that's
would be a
long.
vaccine, yeah. Then when there will be a vaccine, even when there is already a vaccine, the vaccine has to be tested with no side effects, and that's the only time when people would really go for that vaccine, because like what happened to the Denvaxia, you have a lot of deaths
Right.
after you have the
Right.
vaccine. So that would be that would take so much time, and during
Exactly.
that time, please buy Rico's Frozen for the time being.
Oo, for the time being, yun muna. Kasi ang tagal pa pala. Oo, baka 2 years
Ang
pa
tagal pa
before we
nun.
can dine in again. Pero again, it will be different na, no?
It will
Kasi
be
syempre,
different.
I've been hearing people, they're saying, oh, when it's not prohibited anymore to dine in, they will bring their own utensils na lang, di ba? Some naman are thinking about having daw mga glass panels, partition sa
Right.
each table in the restaurant. So, it will be different na talaga. Some
It will be
some
so
things
different.
talaga, parang it has changed
And
forever na no? It's so
yes,
hard to go back to.
and then when you used to have 100 seater, now you become 40 or 50 seaters na lang because of social distancing.
George, are you considering kasi ikaw, you're an innovator eh. For sure, very, very soon, you're considering ba of bringing, kasi matatagalan, the dine-in experience, bringing the restaurant experience sa bahay. The full
Actually,
experience.
we are now in the midst of finalizing. For example, like K-pop, we are
Okay.
going to lend, lend you
Land lang.
the
Okay.
o
Okay.
papahiram sa inyo yung
May
pagluluto ng
deposit.
may deposit,
May
yun
deposit. Okay.
butane burner namin. So if you buy the set from us, we will lend you with deposit the butane burner para magamit
Wow.
mo, para you have your own experience of cooking at your home. You don't have to buy, you just rent from us.
Oo. So, ang galing ah. Is it gonna be soon na? Very soon na?
It
You're
is
launching this
very
soon?
soon. We're just
Ayan. So,
finalizing the details.
okay. I will be your first customer.
Yeah.
George, we're I over time. This is supposed to be a 30-minute show talaga because this is the express edition. But when you're talking to George, to someone like George, talaga it's so hard. George, before we close, can you give some tips to small food business owners, maybe the karinderya owners, ganyan, who are actually thriving now, 'di ba? During the ECQ, 'di ba? They have business. What can you say about them? To them.
Um, Huwag din niyo naman kami agawan ng customer.
Yun pala. Oo.
No,
Baka iba naman
because
ang market. Oo.
yeah, the market is so huge. I mean, we can share the market. Yeah, I'm just joking. But then to each his own. To each his own. Kanya-kanyang market naman yan eh. There would be
Oo.
people who likes to eat the carinderia type, and there are other people that who likes to eat the medyo social. Pero me, I can eat both. So wala naman problema sa akin. I love street food. I enjoy street food so much, and my inspiration are usually from the street foods that I see, because that's the mass market. You have to be able to understand the street food before you would be able to come out with the high end food that you are going to offer. So as for me, let's all work together because we are in this pandemic. It's going to be very, very difficult. Follow the government. If they are saying to stay home, let's just stay home. If they're saying let's do social distancing, let's do social distancing, because we cannot afford to have a second wave of this pandemic in the Philippines, because it would be devastating if we will not heed to what the government is telling us to do.
Right. And wala, we don't have money anymore if there's
We
another
don't.
wave, 'di ba?
At saka hindi ko na
Yeah.
kaya, hindi ko na kaya.
Cannot na, oo. Pero again, yung joke niya sa mga karinderya owners, ayun. Pero malay nyo, if you're really serving good food, malay nyo, mapansin ni George Pua, o ibay ang inyong
Hindi,
karinderya,
pupuwede niyo
oo.
kaming
Pwede.
turuan, pupuwede namin kayong, ah, puwede namin bilhin yung recipe niyo, pupuwede
Oo,
namin gawin yun.
oo. Ayan. Kaya keep
Let's
doing
work
your, keep
together.
cooking. Correct. Oo. So yun, George, thank you for giving us time. I know you're very
Thank you.
busy. Thank you for spending your afternoon with us.
It was a pleasure and it was fun.
Yeah, thank you. And I hope when it's already, when it's safe to do so, once we resume taping and production in the studio for my regular TV program, I hope we can still invite you there.
Sure, anytime,
Oo. And maybe we
anytime.
can do, maybe one episode we can do restaurant tour naman. 'Di ba? For
Yes.
the regular
Yes.
talk show. All right.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you.
George.
Thank you so much.
I'll see you soon. Oo. The last
Yes.
time we saw each other, birthday pa ni Aiden, 'di ba? Last
Right,
January.
right.
Oo. So
Believe so?
as soon as it's safe, oo nga. When it's safe to go out, let's get
Yeah.
together. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
Stay
George.
safe.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Yeah.
Stay healthy. Okay, so viewers, I hope you enjoyed this afternoon with the owner of Rico's Lechon and plenty of other restaurants. I have we'll do a comment to win. Our signature contest, comment to win. I have one question, and whoever gets to type the correct answer first through the comment section, you will get a special prize from Going Live with Shelly Lazaro team. Who knows? Pagdating sa inyo, baka may kasamang mga Rico's Lechon products. So you join this now, okay? My question, if you're listening, what is the brand of this oven from Spain that is considered as the Rolls Royce of grilling? And si George Pua is the first to bring that here sa Philippines, and he is now also the official distributor of that oven. It's being used sa Georgetown Super Steak restaurant. Okay, so the first one to type in the correct brand, dapat tama yung spelling, will get a special prize. Okay? So that's it for this afternoon. Again, thank you for being with me, for always supporting my shows. Please watch out for the airing of our regular TV program very, very soon on Net 25. It's going to be every Saturday, 10 a.m. with simultaneous broadcasts in over 150 countries. So meantime, while we cannot do tapings and production yet, we're gonna be with you through our digital shows, going live with Shelly Lazaro Express. So for this season, we are doing food trends. I'll see you again on Wednesday. We invited another good friend of mine. Um, Chef Jessie Sinchoco. So she is one of the kindest and most spiritual restaurant owner and chefs that I know. So I'm very, very excited for Wednesday also. And please stay tuned because on Wednesday she's gonna do a live cooking for us. She's gonna cook a very, very special meal for us on air live this Wednesday 4 p.m. So please don't miss that episode with Chef Jessie. Okay, so again, all our Going Live with Shelly Lazaro Express episodes, you can catch this on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Net25 TV, and all Eagle Broadcasting media channels. Please also join me and Aiden, Pambansang Almusal. That's the daily morning show of Net25. We have stay-at-home tips segment there. And don't forget to support the fundraising concert of Eagle Broadcasting. Last installment is this coming Sunday, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on Net 25. And watch out again for Aiden's new talk show. It's very exciting. We'll tell you more about it very soon. And he will also launch his own YouTube channel. Okay, so again, Comment to Win contest, the brand of this is special oven from Spain that George brought in. And they're exclusively using it at Georgetown Super Steak Restaurants. Okay, so you'll get special prize from my team. Okay, that's it for today, guys. See you on Wednesday, live cooking. Bye!